Has there ever been a country that has better PR than Japan?
Um,
And don't say Israel.
I was right about to say
I
Israel.
don't count Israel as a real
Like
country.
the entire United States government is a PR department for the state of Israel.
I don't think it's winning though. It's not good in the polls right now.
It's not,
It's
but
been
I mean, if
historically.
you look at like the amount of money that the US government has and how much it dumps into Israel.
That's true. We went to the California History Museum yesterday, and they have they're like, because you know how museums will have like their like permanent displays, and then they have like rotating exhibits.
Yeah, because history be changing.
Not like they highlight like one specific thing for a while. So they're doing a thing about Japantown here in Sacramento.
We have a Japantown?
You know that building downtown that looks like it's
From Japan?
Yeah. So that is in old Japantown. We had a really big Japantown. You know where Capitol Mall is?
No.
Capitol Mall is that area that's right, you know, the Gold Bridge.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're coming from West Sac coming into Sacramento, you know how there's that whole like strip of street that has like the green patches in the middle of it? That whole thing used to be Japantown.
Oh.
And it was like, it literally looked straight out of Japan.
What happened?
They fucking firebombed it in World War II to put people in internment camps. And that's what it's about.
Fantastic.
It's about how like, you know, Japanese people were put in internment camps, and they have like all these things, and they have like replicas of the shacks they were made to live in up in Tule Lake, which is up in like Modoc County. They really sent them to like the furthest northeast portion of California. They sent them to the boonies.
The replicas, are they like life size? Like you can walk around in them?
Yes.
Or are they like miniatures?
Yes, they're
How big is this museum?
okay, this is the whole thing. I have access to the museum. I could just walk in anytime I want.
Yeah.
Never
you said
been.
It was like in
Never been. It's
or near where you work.
Yeah, it's in the same building.
How are they fitting whole buildings inside of buildings?
It's huge. I didn't know there's 3 stories, and I didn't know that we had like the bottom floor is like a really high ceiling in there. But we were going, and Sean was like, because Sean is teaching a segment or whatever in English. I don't know why his English class is doing this. They're reading a book called like We're Not Free, or Where We Were Never Free, or something like that. It's about Japanese internment.
Okay.
And I was like, this sounds more like a U.S. history type of situation. I don't know why you got like, I guess they read like Night and Sunflower for the Holocaust, but it just sounds way more like U.S. history rather than English. And he was like, you know, telling me about all the atrocities that, you know, Sacramento specifically did to Japanese people, and then like, you know, not California, because it wasn't California putting people in internment camps, it was the federal government. And I was like, yeah, like I'm not defending internment camps here like at all, but he was telling me about how they had to like, basically the reason that they got put in internment camps is because they failed to say that like they disavow Japan. Like the US government was like, hey, you're living in the US, do you disavow Japan? Because we're at war with them. And they were like, no. And so they're like, okay, internment camp for you. And I was like, well, again, I'm not defending the internment camp, but I would find it sus that someone would fail to disavow World War II Japan, considering they were doing their own genocide at the time out in China that no one ever talks about.
I mean, people can still love the country they came from, but not really support it. You know what I mean? So maybe, and especially Japanese people are like very proud of their
I think the question was though is like, you're living here in the US, who do you support in this war? And it was like Japan or the US. And again, like the whole like, you know, internment camps and atom bomb thing is bad and definitely worth talking about. I just find it very interesting that they effectively got away with genocide and like no one ever talks about it. Like,
oh yeah, they gave us anime.
You talk about like I took a war crimes and genocide class when I was in grad school, and we went over a bunch of different ones. We went over the Holocaust, obviously. We went over the Rwandan genocide. We went over the Bosnian genocide. Just a bunch of different things. Not one mention of Japan out in China doing medical experiments.
Yeah.
And now I don't know if you saw this. They have a parliamentary system, I think. And so they had like their snap elections and they basically pulled a France, because you remember how like the French government collapsed for like the 900th time, like a couple years ago, and then Emmanuel Macron was like, I bet people still like me, and then he called an election, and then it immediately like gave him more power. They did that, and I found out that apparently in their Congress, their equivalent of the Republicans have like let's just say they have like 500 seats. Their Republicans have like 485 of those seats. And there's like, it's basically like MAGA is like 480, and then they have like 5 regular like Republicans, and then like 10 to 15 dispersed like centrist and like left-leaning people. And it's been that way pretty much since World War II ended.
Yeah, kind of firebombing an entire country and then nuking 2 of its cities off the map. That's back social progress a little bit.
I absolutely agree. And it's really funny because the prime minister was like, oh, I'm really glad that like, you know, like we won, as if it was going to be like a question. Like they would have not had, even in like in a really bad circumstance, it would have been really hard for them to lose their majority.
Yeah.
But she basically was like, now we can continue to look forward to expanding the Japanese borders, just as history has told us that it's our right to do so. And I was like, are they about to invade China again? Like,
I've always found it, I guess amusing would be the wrong word, but interesting that because like geographically and population wise, China is just so much bigger than Japan. So you would think that like a smaller country would not be able to bully a larger one like that.
And on top of that, Japan is, if I remember correctly, I was reading an article about how Japan is like the most like it's obviously hard to invade. That's why we dropped the nukes. But like it's geographically the most stunted of all the nations. Like it has no natural resources. Like it doesn't have any oil. It has contested fishing lanes. It has no like precious minerals or anything. Like they have nothing. The most they have is like some fresh water. They don't, their agriculture was crap before like China helped them out. And so
I mean, they have the best steel in the world.
I also think that China doesn't really know what to do with its western half. They pretty much just use it for their concentration camps and nothing else. You know that China's on one time zone?
All of China?
Yes. So if you're
massive.
If you're over in, I think it's like Syria is like what borders China on the western side. If you if you're in Syria and it's like 3 p.m., you cross over into China, it's 3 p.m. You get to Beijing, it's still 3 p.m. So their sunrise in western China is at like 3 a.m. because they have 9 time zones. They're big enough to have 9 time zones.
Are you confusing east and west?
No.
You said sunrise west.
Yes.
The sunrise is in the east.
In the western portion of China, the sun rises at like 3 a.m. because they don't have... So, okay. So in the US, right, if I'm talking to someone on the East Coast and they're like, hey, it's 8 a.m.
I know how our time zones work. I'm just confused how the sun is rising at 3 a.m.
Because they have one time zone. So they should have not, like geographically, they are big enough to have 9 time zones.
What time does the sun rise on the eastern part? Like what time is sunrise on the eastern part?
Like,
because it wouldn't be 3 a.m. over
like
there.
8, like what would be considered 8 or 9 a.m. And that would officially be like the thing. Okay, so this is the thing. So this is it's hard to explain because it's all like theoretical, right?
Yeah.
So Beijing says you are on our time for everyone in the country, right? Mm-hmm. So if it's 6 a.m. Beijing time and the sun rises at 7 a.m., right? On the western portion of China, which is 9 time zones to the west, it is technically still 7 a.m. Their clocks say 7 a.m. It's pitch black outside and the equivalent of like 1 a.m.
Oh, so the sun over there wouldn't rise until like 9 or 10.
If the clocks were set correctly. But their clocks match Beijing's clocks. So imagine, so right now it's, let's see, it's 12:25, okay? So that means in DC, it's 3:25.
Yes.
Imagine it was 3:25 here right now.
Yes.
And 3:25 in DC. The sun's going to set in DC at like 5 you know, 5:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would also set here at 5 or 6. It wouldn't set here until like 8 or 9, but our clocks would still say.
Yeah, because all of our clocks are different.
Yeah.
But in China, they're all the same. So when the sun on the east rises up at 8, the sun on the west wouldn't rise until like noon.
Right. And a good way to think of it is like this. So you get up at 6 a.m. for work, right?
Yes.
Everyone in Beijing is getting up at 6 a.m. and everyone in the westernmost portion of China is also getting up at 6 a.m. The people on the east, they see a sunrise. The people on the west, they see darkness.
Yeah.
For like 6 more hours because the sun is not up there. And it's like a whole like national pride thing of like, oh, Beijing is like the motherland of China. So
interesting.
We're all going to be on one thing.
Well, I mean, it's like kind of similar to how us and Canada and Russia are, like, populations just gather in places. Like, the majority of people in the United States live along either the eastern or western coasts.
Yeah. What else is there to live at?
Yeah, exactly. And then with Canada, the majority of people live next to the border that we share with them, or within a few
hundred miles. Yeah.
And then same thing in Russia. Like, nobody lives in like the eastern Siberian part of Russia.
That's the whole thing. There's the Gobi Desert out in the western portion of China where like even planes are like, yeah, man, we can't fly over this because if we crash, we're super fucked.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the plane crash is probably going to kill us, but on the off chance it doesn't, we're super fucked if we land.
Dude, I need to do laundry today. I busted out the McDonald's Christmas socks.
McDonald's? Where did you get McDonald's Christmas socks?
McDonald's.
When?
Christmas.
This year?
Yeah.
Why did you get McDonald's Christmas socks?
Because they had a Grinch meal.
The pickle fries?
Yeah, with the pickle fries.
That sounds disgusting. I wanted to try them. Disgusting. I hate
they were all right.
Pickle jalapenos is the only thing.
What about pickled pickles? You don't like pickles?
I think it's cucumbers I don't like because I like pickled vegetables. I don't like cucumbers.
Yeah, I don't care for cucumbers, but I fuck with pickles.
So next time we go out to eat, I'll make sure to give you my pickle spear.
Oh, yeah. Go to Red Robin and get a nice long pickle with your burger.
Ugh.
Love that shit.
The worst thing.
I used to, I'm sure I talked about this on here before, but we would get jars of pickles when I was a kid. And then for a snack for when I went to school, I would just take out a whole pickle and put it in a Ziploc bag. And I would just...
Are you a pickle person at Disneyland?
I've never had a Mickey Mouse pickle, no.
It's not Mickey Mouse shaped, it's just a pickle on a stick.
Well, then why the fuck would I get that?
Because you like pickles.
Oh, yeah, but it's not Mickey Mouse shaped.
You want the pickle. How are you going to make a Mickey Mouse shaped pickle?
The same way you make a human pickle. Just like, and the same way you make like those pumpkins in crazy shapes.
Grow it in like a mold.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't think Disneyland's. I don't think Disney's that invested.
You don't think Disney is that invested in making everything Disney branded?
No, because they're giving away their rights to AI slot machines now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better to believe like AI articles or do what I'm doing where you just have no idea what the fuck is happening anymore because you deleted like your access to news?
I think it's a trust but verify thing. Like,
okay, no, but I'm asking you to pick which one is worse.
AI.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd rather be uninformed and not harming the environment than.
Well, I mean, I'm not generating the AI news,
but it's getting generated. Like there's a quote unquote demand for it. And I say quote unquote because there's no demand for it. People just think there is.
Yeah.
Speaking of news, did you see? You probably didn't see. Obama just casually confirmed aliens.
Oh no, I did see that. Yeah, I saw that this morning. He was like, "Yeah, the aliens are real, but I've never seen them, and they are not in Area 51."
People are being so dense about the interview because they're like, "This didn't prompt a follow-up question," and it's like he was clearly being like sarcastic about it, or like saying it like, "Yeah, man, the universe is so big, like, of course aliens are real."
I don't know. I feel like he might be going down the Joe Biden route, and just his brain is melting slowly.
I don't know. In the same interview, he kind of was like...
He looks so old now. Like, he's looked old for a little bit, but he has looked so old now.
That's because the Democrats keep trotting him out like they're fucking
like their
workhorse,
prize turkey,
to fucking save America, and it's not working. It's weird. Donald Trump is such a bad president that Obama's now leaning progressive. He's like, the filibuster's stupid, the Senate's kind of stupid, we should get rid of that too. Like,
we should just have one guy in control of everything.
No, I mean, the Senate was designed to give the minority power. We should have just the House of Representatives should be the only legislative body. And
weren't they talking about like reworking the House of Representatives too, like assigning more people to different states or less people to others, because
I think proportionately
population changes.
I saw a thing. We haven't changed the House of Representatives number since, oh God, I think the last Constitutional Convention, which was when the 27th Amendment was passed. So back in like the so I think I saw this thing about how like I don't remember the exact number, but I think it was like if you adjusted, like if you were to say, okay, the last time that the House numbers was increased to 435 based off the population, if that's a 1-to-1 ratio, the increase it would need now is like we would need 2,000 people in the House of Representatives. So everyone is just severely under. I mean, have you ever seen a map of LA's congressional district?
No.
There has to be a separate map drawn because they have like 45 people there. Like, it's just crazy. Like, we have 54 legislators in California, and like 40 of them are from LA because LA is so dense.
I want to see an amendment happen in my lifetime. I think that would be cool.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, because
like there's been so many like world altering events that we've seen.
Well, it's could actually
like, come on, let's see like an amendment happen or something cool.
We have invented. I don't know what it is.
Like time travel.
We have an amendment that is like open technically still. Like the Constitutional Convention's closed, but like there's an amendment that's on the books, and I think it's not close, but it's closer to being passed. And I think it's like the gender equality or something like that. Amendment. I don't know what it's like. It's objectively a good thing. It's like it effectively like makes companies paying women differently like a civil rights violation. Like it codifies it, or a constitutional violation. So I don't know. It's like an objectively good thing, but I think only like 18 states have signed on to it now, and you can guess what 18 they are. Everyone else is like, no, we don't need that. The thing is there's a couple ways to get an amendment passed. There's the whole like it just gets put on the books, and then 2/3 of each chamber has to sign on to it. The president has to sign on to it, and then 2/3 of each state's like legislative bodies have to sign on to it. That's a lot. There's another way, which is opening the Constitutional Convention, and that just gives Congress basically like blanket authority to add shit. And that's what scares me.
And then you can just like walk up and like write on it.
No, like literally, if Congress has control of it, that's why like there was a call last election cycle to have a Constitutional Convention because of Roe v. Wade. And it's like, I fully support codifying abortion rights into the Constitution. Absolutely. But if we call it at the wrong time and a Republican gets in power, or there's a stupid ass amendment that for some reason Democrats and Republicans agree on, that's like everyone gets diarrhea, it's gonna be, no pun intended, real shitty.
How do you think I would get executed if I wrote on like the actual Constitution? I somehow got my hands on it, and like with the Sharpie, I just wrote Amendment 28. Everyone gets a government issued bad bitch.
I don't know if the Constitution document still exists, like the original one. I feel like it's something that they didn't keep all that guard, and now they only have replicas.
So you think we kept the original Declaration of Independence, but we did not keep the original?
I don't think we. I don't think it's the original.
It is the original.
I don't think so. They made like 40 of them. How do you know it's the original?
Because they didn't like sign all of them. They made 40.
I don't know. To me, I think the documents are useless now.
Yeah, like, I mean, cool, the actual physical documents.
Because the law is codified into law. Which is like
we have digital records of all of it. You don't need a piece of paper anymore. But it is a cool artifact. I agree.
Like if
I feel like I would just like walk into a courthouse and the judge is like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I'm like, "I took a Sharpie and I wrote on the Declaration of Independence." The judge would just pull out a Smith and Wesson and make me play Russian roulette in front of the jury.
You win, that's a good acquittal. You have a 5 in 6 chance of getting acquitted.
Well, no, he makes me play all 6 chambers. So eventually
so
I will die.
To die?
Yeah.
Just, when are you going to die?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's like if someone were to steal the Declaration of Independence, it's not like Britain's going to just walk back over and be like, all right, we're back.
Like that would be hella funny. The Declaration of Independence burns and then Britain's like, well, you're ours again.
You know what's crazy? I actually prefer the US government to the British government. It's just so silly over there. I'm sorry, I can't.
Dude, parliamentary systems I think are pretty funny in the fact that there's constantly people fist fighting. And I'm like, that is sick. That. Like, I don't know what the difference is between our like representative system and like a parliamentary system, but like we need people to fight. Like I want to see people throw down.
I'm gonna be a little bigoted, I guess. Now I'm just gonna say Europeans are inherently violent creatures. I mean, you know how Matt Walsh constantly
did colonize the world for a little bit.
Yeah, Matt Walsh gets on his fucking fake news show and is like, black people are 13% of the population, but 27% of violent crime, which is just a flat out fucking lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Europeans only make up 0.5% of the population of the world, but they make up 100% of the world's problems.
Yeah.
So,
dude, I thought the whole like counting or not counting gang violence thing was just like a meme.
No, he actually
but that was actually his last words before he got shot.
Yeah.
That's insane. I was just watching that video again on repeat for a little bit.
The video of Charlie Kirk getting shot. Yeah. Did you hear that people within Turning Point USA are leaking information to Candace Owens?
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. It's a whole fucking slop fest.
Now there's a conspiracy theory going around. I'm gonna point out the evidence, and you tell me what the conspiracy theory is.
Okay.
Erica Kirk had not used Twitter, except for like a couple random retweets, but like has not tweeted anything since 2023. Then in the 3 days following up to Charlie Kirk's assassination, she tweeted once each day. So now Candace Owens is saying that
it's probably like
Erica Kirk had him slimed out.
Yeah, I was about to say it sounds like a old timey like, oh, I need to kill the king and then I'll take his throne like type shit.
I fully just believe every conspiracy theory that's happening now on the right. I think it's great. Sure, drown yourselves. There's a conspiracy theory going around right now that JD Vance is Erica Kirk.
Yeah, I heard you telling me that. The conservatives are very bad at trying to make entertaining, artistic media, like the fucking Melania movie, or there was another like Thin Blue Line propaganda movie that came out a little while back.
Something of God. It was a human trafficking movie.
Yeah.
And it was just like a things that don't happen in blue and things that don't happen in yellow pie chart movie.
Yeah. And but the conspiracy theories they come up with and the whole like, oh yeah, these people are leaking info to Candace Owens and now Candace Owens is talking about all of these crazy things, that in itself is more entertaining than anything they actually try to do.
Love watching the infighting. It's so entertaining. So good. It's really funny because every now and again they'll nail a conspiracy theory. They'll get it. Yeah. And then they're just immediately abandon it. Like I was talking to Sean and Nick about this last night. I don't necessarily like, because there's pizza mentioned in the Epstein files and so everyone's like, Pizzagate was real. Yeah. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't.
I've read the pizza messages. They did seem very weird.
But they were talking. Have you read the jerky messages?
The jerky messages? Yeah. No.
So there's a theory going around now that they keep mentioning jerky like over 600 times. And there's like a thing where Jeffrey Epstein was like, oh, I'm freezing my jerky. And people are like, why would you freeze like a...
Oh, no, yeah, I did
whatever.
see that.
And they're like, oh, he's eating people. And it's like, Okay, every other email was like, I love having sex with children. I want to traffic children to have sex on my island in which we traffic children and molest them and rape them.
Yeah.
It's like every other email was like that. Why would they just randomly be like, okay, now we're going to start saying pizza and jerky?
Yeah, we have to code word the cannibalism.
Yeah.
I did see a video of like this morning of some security footage of some lady who evidently escaped from the island, and she was saying they were eating people.
That's the whole thing. It's like there is like one credible, I don't know. I'm not going to not call her credible. There is one instance of a person who was firsthand there saying that, but all the other victims were like, hey, this was a massive sex ring, and have not once mentioned cannibalism.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not going to say that stuff didn't happen. I really don't know. Right. But it's like, they kind of did nail Pizzagate a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like there was a massive sex trafficking cabal that did involve a Clinton.
Yeah.
They nailed it. They have just completely abandoned
it. Yeah.
Like they're just like, wait a minute, we got it right. Let's move on. And that's the whole thing with like the Melania documentary too, is people were like, why did this documentary fail? If a Michelle Obama documentary came out, people would go to the theaters and see it. And it's like, I've read both of Michelle Obama's books, and I'm not gonna lie, she's not an interesting person, but not in like a derogatory way. She's just a person. Like, she was black in like the 60s and 70s. Well, I think she was born in the 60s. So she was black in like the 70s and the 80s, and was also like a scholar. So, you know, she faced a fair amount of adversity, and her story's interesting to read, but like, she didn't fucking invent some new, like, she was famous for being the first lady.
Yeah,
she's a lawyer. Like, she's a highly qualified lawyer. Don't get me wrong. Like, she is extremely smart and extremely qualified to do a lot of different things. But like,
no one wants to watch a biopic about just a lawyer being a lawyer,
right? And that's the whole thing. It's like, I wouldn't watch a biopic about Barbara Bush, maybe Nancy Reagan. Maybe I would watch one about Nancy Reagan. But like, there's just like, all the first ladies, unfortunately, have been drug into a situation where they are famous for being a first lady. Yeah. And so there's that factor, but it's also the fact that like, conservatives don't watch movies. They don't read books. They scroll on Facebook all day and yell at kids for not getting a job. Like,
no, I think they definitely do watch movies. They watch stuff like
any Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah, any Mel Gibson movie. They watch The Purge and take the wrong message from it.
That sucks. I hate when like my taste overlaps with a conservative, but I like it for a different reason.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I am a fan of Mark Wahlberg's movies, but not for a good reason. You're a fan of Mark Wahlberg's movie because you genuinely believe he deserves an Oscar.
And I hope you're a fan of this episode of the Learning Curve podcast.
Oh, fuck.
God damn.
As you can see, if you're watching this, we're in the void. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Turn on the notification bell. Leave a comment.
So, I did as little preparation for this episode as I could.
Let's go.
But I was just thinking about, like, you know, the Winter Olympics are going on. People at my office will not shut the fuck up about it. So let me just maybe go through some past controversies of the Olympics. Specifically, I wanted to go over that, like, hostage situation that happened in like the 80s.
First I'm hearing of it.
It was, I had never looked into this before, but originally I thought it was like Russians holding some Germans hostage, but it was like Palestinians holding a bunch of Israelis hostage.
Oh, it's got crazy woke to insane woke.
Yeah. It's a long story, but essentially there was a hotel room where like some Israeli athletes were hanging out, and then one of them like opened the door to their hotel room, and then a bunch of masked men came in, immediately shot one of the guys and killed him, and then Yeah, they wanted the release of 234 Palestinians jailed in Israel and 2 jailed in Germany. And then the response from Israel was there would be no negotiations with them. And then the Munich police chief, because in this year the Olympics were being held in Munich, Germany.
Does Munich even have snow?
No, this was normal Olympics.
Oh, so this Summer Olympics. Okay,
yeah. I don't think this was Winter Olympics. The Munich police chief, after Israel was like, "Hey, we're not going to negotiate with these guys," went up to the Palestinians and was like, "I will give you an unlimited amount of money." It's like, release these people. The rescue attempt ended up being like heavily botched because the German snipers that were set up, first of all, just were not snipers, had never handled like a long distance rifle in their life, and they had no communication with each other. The number of captors they believed were in the room was just completely wrong.
This was 84?
72, sorry.
72, okay. Where on a map, a handy dandy tablet here, where is Munich? I know it's in Germany, but
I'm just gonna guess the center.
So like that's
exactly
I
in
need
the
to
center.
know, because we're in the 70s, so the Iron Curtain existed.
Oh yeah, you're talking like East or West Berlin.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the geopolitics of this were, because if this was the western side, Munich is on the east. Oh, yeah, it's on the eastern side of Germany. It is. Where is Berlin? Oh, it's fully to the west of Berlin.
Okay.
So interesting. Nuremberg's also in Germany. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. The terror, it has the Palestinians listed as terrorists, and I guess they are kind of being terroristic, but they want the release of their people.
Terrorism is defined as crimes committed with a political motivation. So
yeah. Yeah, they demanded transportation to Cairo. And then the plan was, we're going to give these guys a helicopter. We're going to fly them to an airport. But then when they land at the airport, we're going to ambush them. And after that happened, they flew them to the airport. The flight crew that was waiting at the airport to fly the plane to Cairo was made up of German police who like volunteered to ambush these guys. And the second the Palestinians landed, they all just kind of ran away.
So I'm okay. I understand what the goal was, but I still have to ask the question: what was the goal here? Because it doesn't sound like they got anything they wanted, except maybe like a single dead Israeli.
Yeah, I don't know. They tried negotiating with them for like 12 hours, and I think they just kind of gave up, and they were like, all right, this isn't working. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Okay. I mean, hey, cut your losses.
Yeah, the several of the Palestinians ended up getting shot during like a shootout that happened after the Palestinians disembarked from the helicopter with the pilots at gunpoint. But yeah, it just ended in like a shootout, and it fucked up, and like a lot of people died. Also, shout out Alyssa Liu. Have you seen her?
No.
She's the figure skater who won gold. I think I was talking about Joe with her on the weekend. On whenever you guys tried to rob my apartment.
Friday.
Yeah. She's got like the crazy like blonde stripes in her hair. She plays Magic the Gathering. She loves Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, her and I would be best fucking friends.
She won gold?
I'm pretty sure she was wearing a gold medal. She like broke her gold medal.
Oh my god.
She put it on and like the metal part just dink, off the ribbon, and then they ended up making her a new one or giving her a new one. So yeah, I did find an article that sounds a little bit more entertaining. This is from womenshealthmag.com. It's called the 39 most iconic Olympic scandals throughout history. I did read through some of these, and some of them are good. So number one on this list is from 1908. Halswell wins 400-meter gold. In 1908, American John Carpenter was disqualified from the 400-meter race for blocking British competitor Wyndham Halswell, who attempted to pass him. A second race was scheduled in which Halswell would have faced two other American contenders, but they both boycotted the race to protest Carpenter's disqualification. As a result, Halswell won gold and the only walkover in Olympics history.
I don't understand racing.
I feel like you should be able to like block somebody.
Well, that's
like if you are faster than me, go around faster.
That's the whole thing. It's like racing just in general. Like F1 has those rules, NASCAR has those rules, like where it's like if someone's near you, you have to let them pass you. And it's like,
well, I mean,
if I'm going faster than you, fucking go. I'll kill us both.
Yeah, I think that's why in cars and in F1 specifically, because I don't know too much about NASCAR, the crashes they experience are like upwards of 30 Gs. So it is like a whole, okay, this person is so slow to the point where it is a detriment to the race. They have to move out of the fucking way. When you're racing on a 400-meter track, like, you're on foot.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck
and
are you going to do? You're going to trip and bump your elbow? Like,
you're not running in a straight single file line. Like, you're running on a 7-lane, 8-lane track.
Well, I mean, I don't know how the Olympics work, but they do end up like condensing down to 1 lane.
Oh, really?
At least when I ran track, yeah.
Oh.
It's like you have to run the first 100 meters in your lane, and then after that, you can start like scooting over to take the tighter around the corner.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, in a fucking foot race, like, yeah, I'm gonna get in your fucking way. I did it when I was running cross country. I like push people into bushes and shit when nobody could see.
We need a separate. We need, in the same vein of Turning Point USA, we need a separate Olympics.
We need like
that is not woke and just lets people do whatever they want.
We need the Olympics with guns.
You want to bring a gun to a water polo fight? Let's do it.
I do wish like completely separate category of athletes, right? They'll never be able to compete in like the NBA. Almost said FBI. What the fuck is the football one? NFL and FBI, Football Incorporated. And the normal Olympics, all that shit. Pump some people up with every performance enhancing drug that they can take. Give them steroids. Let me see the peak of a chemically enhanced human competing in like shot put.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's they do most Olympic categories are like they exist, or Olympic sports exist purely for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Right? Like
who the fuck plays curling on the weekends?
No, like people do curl, but like it's probably a generalization, but I would put money on it that almost every single curler that is like a professional curler is trying to go to the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Like, you turn on ESPN and you have the NBA, you have the NFL. Okay, fine. Then I don't think football is part of the Olympics, but you have basketball, right? You turn on, you watch that. That's played 9 months out of the year. That's something that people actually watch. Rugby, something people actually watch.
Yeah.
No one is watching like shot put on ESPN 7 on the weekends because their favorite player, Carl Vanderpump, is it's like in those categories, like if the category exists purely to get people to the Olympics, let them do cocaine.
Yeah.
Let them take a hit off a crystal meth pipe right before the firing gun is started.
Yeah. Like I want to see how peak we can make a human being. I think that would be fucking amazing.
Like, imagine letting fucking like boxers do cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Right before a match, no one's stopping. Someone's
Yeah.
gonna die.
Yeah, the referee is not allowed in the ring. He's just outside the ring being like, hey, it's over, stop. Controversy number 2. In 1912, Jim Thorpe was stripped of gold medals a year after winning, when it was discovered that he had played minor league baseball professionally in 1909 and 1910. The gold medals he got were for the pentathlon and decathlon.
How much is pent? 5.
5, yeah. I have no idea.
What is a decathlon?
10.
I understand it's 10, but so triathlon, you run, swim, and bike.
Yeah.
What more is there to do?
Fly, crawl.
They're not doing all that. What are you doing? Okay, so
in a decathlon. Okay, yeah. Let's make our own decathlon. Okay.
Okay.
We'll go back and forth. We'll each name like something.
One thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go first here. First event in our learning curve decathlon.
Oh God.
I'm gonna write these down.
We're sharing a list, right? Like we're each doing 5?
Yeah, we're going back and forth.
What is the most tiring thing that you can do? Oh, deadlifts.
Deadlift?
Yeah.
Okay, you're starting deadlift.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go speed cubing. Like Rubik's cubes as fast as you can.
After a deadlift? Crazy
yeah.
grip train. Okay. Pool.
Okay, an entire game of pool.
Yeah.
Just by yourself, or you have to wait for an opponent to show up?
You have to wait for an opponent.
It's kind of like an equalizer right there.
Well, no, because the person that gets there gets to rest. The person that gets there second has to immediately go into pool.
Immediately break and play.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say professional hedge cutting. Like you have to, there has to be some Mario Party minigame, surely, where you have to like draw something that matches the shape.
I've seen professional window cleaning.
Okay. Oh, that sounds better. Professional window cleaning.
Have you seen them? They're crazy.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Those guys are crazy.
Okay. What are we at? 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you've done deadlifts. You've trained grip with Rubik's Cube. Did pool. Your window cleaning. What is something just... Your hands are going to be wet from window cleaning.
Yeah.
So something grip based. You know what? I'm going to make you do lunges.
Lunges?
Yeah.
Okay. I like
Walking lunges.
I like how you're naming like kind of real shit. Like deadlift. There's like a professional pool league. Lunges, and I'm like speed cubing.
Yeah, but I'm teeing it up for you because now like whatever you do after, if it even remotely involves your legs, you're fucked.
That's true. Ooh, Dance Revolution.
Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Okay. Dance Revolution. Wii Sports.
Wii Sports.
Yeah,
okay.
You got to become pro.
Which one?
You start at 0.
Which sport?
Any sport, but you start at 0 and you have to get up to that 1,000 points.
That's like a fucking 8-hour event. Oh my God, you do boxing and you have to do that.
Dude, I was so fucking good at boxing, but I hated that guy.
Yeah. Dude, the boxing was so easy. You just sit there and...
Did you ever have Wii Sports Resort?
Yeah, that one was sick.
Did
you play the like sword fighting one where you would run along the island and like waves of people would come at you and you would have to like fucking block their shit and get them?
But I did do the one where you were on like the platform in the ocean and you would
the
Q-tip. But I also really like flying the planes, but I was really
the plane one was hella fun. I'm so sad there was a timer on it. Like you could only fly the plane so long.
It's like 5 minutes or something like that. Yeah. The thing is like Wii Sports came out and it was like, okay, these aren't really like helping you lose weight, but at least they're somewhat active. And the Wii Sports Resort came out and they were like, here, tilt a controller for a plane.
Yeah.
That's exercise.
The table tennis in Wii Sports Resort was so much fun too. Like the tennis in Wii Sports is fun.
Yeah.
But the table tennis in Wii Sports Resort was way better. Okay, let me go. Fuck, I'm between like towel folding and you have to sprint a mile.
Sprint a mile. Come on.
Yeah, like you can only run at sprint speed.
Yeah, sprint a mile. I say do that one.
If you get tired, you have to stop and you have to like catch your breath until you're able to sprint again.
Okay. Is this my last one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my last one. Free soloing.
Free soloing. Oh my God.
You gotta climb El Capitan, and if the Olympics happen to not be in Yosemite,
you have to fly to El Capitan. Okay, so you've done all of this shit: deadlift, speed cubing. You played pool, you cleaned some window, lunges, DDR, Wii Sports. You sprinted a mile. You free soloed a mountain. You're going to be exhausted. Like, you've done so much shit. So I'm going to say, for the last event, you have to solve a Sudoku puzzle. Extra hard.
Oh, I hate extra hard
ones. The last thing you have to do after all of that.
The worst thing you could have done was do a Jubilee interview.
Do a Jubilee interview? That's crazy.
You have to sit down with 20 KKK members and win a debate. No, okay, so that's my thing is, what is in a decathlon? I'm looking it up.
We just decided.
No, not the learning, the official. We should petition the Olympics to adopt our.
I gotta look at the list and be like, how the fuck are you supposed to free solo when I mean, surely there's a mountain somewhere nearby they can free solo. It doesn't have to be El Capitan.
Oh, it's a 2-day 10 event track and field competition.
Nope, ours is a 1 day.
Oh Jesus, okay.
You have a 12-hour limit.
Jeez, okay, so if you're like in Australia and you have to do free solo, you just forfeit. Automatic forfeit. It's combined sprints, middle distance running, jumps, and throws. Oh, so it's just like every single track and field thing.
That's boring.
That's so dumb. Why did I think they were like running, biking, swimming, hang gliding?
I think you're thinking of just like the Iron Man.
I don't know. Okay, so this guy got disqualified because he was an athlete. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay.
He at some point.
And he wasn't even a real athlete. It was minor league.
Yeah, he at some point got paid for playing baseball, and I guess that was like a bad thing back then, because now we have like just you press shuffle on the entire NHL roster, and that's who's playing in the Winter Olympics for hockey.
Really?
Yeah, that's
how they choose?
Well, I mean, people get selected from the NHL roster to like represent their home countries.
Oh, yeah, that's how it is with basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why like the entirety of the Lakers went to the Olympics at one point, but none of them played together because they were all like...
No, yeah. Apparently you could not be a professional athlete at one point in the Olympics, because the next one, it was the same thing. This guy was a decorated distance runner, Pavo Nurmi. He won 9 gold medals from 1920 to 1928, and then he hoped to compete in 1932, but was banned due to claims that he was no longer an amateur after receiving payment for a tour in 1925.
So just all like these guys were like taking money under the table.
No, I don't think they were taking it under the table, but
like against Olympic rules.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing. Is like, did you know that the U.S. is like bottom of the barrel for what we pay our athletes?
Oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Like
American Olympic athletes, if I remember right, modern day, make
like $30,000
most of their money after the Olympics by just being a public figure. Yeah.
And that's the whole thing is I think it's like gold medals like 30,000 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the cost that it takes to get to the Olympics is like not worth it. Like you're losing money.
Yeah, you're losing a lot of money.
Our as a country, our bet is basically like they'll get brand deals.
Well, now it is. Yeah, before the internet was so prolific, it was they actually sold their gold medals. They would like melt it down into gold and then sell it.
Crazy. That's what it's like. We're like as a country, and rightfully so obsessed with winning the Olympics.
Yeah.
I never get more patriotic than when the Olympics are happening. It's like
I could not care about the Olympics, but it is fucking everywhere. It's on my Diet Coke.
Yeah. But it's
on
like
my Raising Cane's.
For a country, I'm sure that every other country is like this. Like they're very prideful about the Olympics. You would think we would curate an Olympic team.
Yeah, there would be like a professionally trained like
Olympic team, like hand selected, not like, oh, we have to have a like you have to have a qualifying thing to get it. You have to do like the official Olympic qualifying things. But like, who's to say that, like, you know how there's like political races where like only one person will declare in the primaries, and it's like, okay, they like still have to have the primary election, but
like, it's like the only person out there. Yeah,
like who's to say that, like, you know, we say, okay, this swimmer who Michael Phelps, right? Who's to say that he's the only person that we select for whatever he does in the Olympics? I think it's like freestyle swim or something like that. For America, he goes to the trials. He's the only one who gets in. Like, we could rig the system. We
really could. Next controversy. This one involves horses. 1932, Bertil Sandstrom demoted to last place. Swedish competitor Bertil Sandstrom was demoted to last place after receiving the silver medal in equestrian dressage. No idea what that is. I know equestrian is something with horses, but I don't know how the event works.
Dressage? You know what? Don't put it past these people. Horse people are crazy.
Yeah.
It took me so long because I thought that vaulting with horses is like jumping over things. It's not. It's standing on the horse's back while it's like running.
Yeah.
So it's like, how is that a vault?
I don't know.
Because when you say vaulting to me, I think of the
like bars they hop over
in track. Yeah.
Officials claim Sandstrom was illegally clicking encouragement to his horse, but he just maintained it was the creak of his saddle.
Clicking, God forbid
a man wants to help out his horse.
God forbid someone say good boy. These people would kill Arthur Morgan.
At 1956 Melbourne Olympics, a water polo match turned violent when Hungary's star player Ervin Zador got punched in the face by Russian opponent Valentin Prokopov. The incident has become symbolic of political tensions at the time, resulting from the Hungarian struggle against Soviet rule. But people just beating the shit out of each other at a water polo match.
Okay, but water polo is like a violent sport.
Yeah, it is pretty violent.
My aunt used to have a pool, and me and my friends would
beat the shit out of each other.
My aunt got a basketball hoop for the pool, and it was like flush with like the lip of the pool. And the idea was to play like basketball in the pool, but we were like, no, we're gonna play water polo. So what we would do is we played a game called water polo, and the only rule was you cannot get out of the pool. To like walk around and
just drowning.
That was the only rule. I almost drowned like many times. Like I had black eyes. I would literally just punch people.
Yeah,
like people would be bleeding. Like it was bad.
It
was a real dude's rule moment.
In 1968 at the Olympics, they I guess did used to have boxing at the Olympics.
I think they still do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. And, despite him being like a sex offender, we should send nukes like Mike Tyson into boxing for us.
Well, George Foreman, this controversy. Guy? Yeah.
He had grills in his gloves.
I wish. That'd be so cool. His gloves are just smoking.
Oh, no. You know what would have been sick? Because they have to like, they don't like come. Did they come out with gloves on, or did they put their gloves on like at the rink?
They come up with the gloves on.
Damn. If I was a boxer, if I was George Foreman, this is what I would have done. Walk out, no gloves. Sitting right there at the ring before I get in, 2 grills, custom grills, put my hands in, artificial smoke comes out, things open up, I now have gloves on.
That would be so performative.
Awesome.
That would be great. In 1968, after 2 athletes performed the Black Power salute during the U.S. anthem.
I remember this, yeah.
George Foreman inadvertently made a statement by waving a small American flag following his heavyweight boxing win, even though Foreman later commented that he simply wanted to identify his home country because the giant USA on his tank top was not enough. Critics accused him of being a race traitor at the time.
Black critics accused him of being a race traitor? Because he, like...
I don't know. It just says critics.
Inadvertently supported America but also did the whole Black Power thing?
Well, I don't think he did the Black Power thing specifically.
Oh, he failed to do the Black Power thing and then supported America.
And then, yeah, like waved an American flag. Yeah.
And he's black.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so crazy to me that most athletes are like, hey, I'm an athlete. Buy some Adidas. Buy some Reeboks. Buy these Pit Vipers. And then George Foreman's like, I'm an athlete. Make a panini.
Okay, 1972, there was an imposter during the marathon. American marathoner Frank Shorter was just a small distance from winning gold when a German imposter entered the stadium ahead of him. In an authentic outburst, ABC reporter Eric Siegel shouted, "It's a fraud, Frank," which is now one of the most iconic sports calls of all time.
It's a fraud, Frank. Okay. Yeah. Sure, man. Cool. How do they... What is the security at these things?
I guess not that good. They didn't have guns back then, so I didn't really need to worry about things like that. Come on, let me get some good ones here.
Was Tonya Harding the Olympics, or was she just doing it for the love of the game?
No, yeah, she was in the Olympics.
No, but like, was the whole kneecapping incident the Olympics, or was that just like...
Oh, I don't know. I know her like backflip thing or whatever she did was during the Olympics.
Okay.
It was like prior to her performance. I told her she couldn't do it, and she was like, "Yeah, fuck you, I'm gonna do it."
You know, she's actually a quite funny person.
I imagine.
There's a show that used to be on True TV.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if True TV still exists. It's called World's Dumbest, and it's just like one of those stupid like clip shows. Like, they had a bunch of like washed up commentators on there, and Tonya Harding was one of them. She was one of the funnier people.
Okay, in 1988, Greg Louganis diving board incident. American gold medalist Greg Louganis famously hit his head on a diving board during a preliminary Olympics round. That wasn't the only setback he faced. He was also secretly suffering from AIDS at the time and didn't reveal the condition until 7 years later to avoid losing his chance to compete. Yeah,
this was back when people thought that like you can't touch people with AIDS. You did pronounce his name wrong.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. It's Louganis.
Louganis?
Yeah.
Okay, well. Yeah, they have the whole like Nancy Kerrigan attack on here, but they don't say if it's like during the Olympics or not.
It's probably qualifying because I think it happened here, and Nancy Kerrigan's also American.
Mm-hmm. Okay, some guy getting DQ'd for weed, which is just dumb.
Hey, you took that downer.
Oh, the whole like, I mean, that's not a controversy, but the whole like big penis guy at last Olympics. You don't remember that? The pole vaulter with like the fat package.
Oh yeah.
He kept like dragging his nutsack on the pole.
Yeah.
They're like, there's some thing going on right now with bobsledding, where instead of having people be like actively kind of like toned and look like an Olympic athlete, they're noticing that a lot of people are or a lot of countries are sending people that are more like rounded per se, or have like large genitals to add more weight to the bobsled to make it like carry more momentum.
Imagine you're like in your home country qualifying, and they're like, "All right, whip out your dick and balls, put it on this scale for me." Or whip out your boobs and put it on the scale for me.
I found out that the ski jump, you know that thing? When they go down like the hill with the tracks in it, and then they go like what people have been caught doing in that is like stuffing parts of their body, or like injecting their dick, and then they uninject it after they get fitted for their suit, so it's more like loose and flappy.
Whatever happened to just getting hard? Like, just get hard and then don't be hard. Be like, "Sorry, doctor, I'm really turned on by role playing."
In 2004, Greek sprinters fake motorcycle crash. Kostas Kanteris and Katerina Thanau withdrew from the Athens Olympics after avoiding a drug test and subsequently faking their involvement in a motorcycle crash. Kanteris deeply disappointed his home country as he was Greece's best hope to bring home track gold. I thought that was going to be more interesting. Free printable yoga chair. Start moving better at home. Download your free chair yoga guide today.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Women's Health. Oh God, what the fuck was the... Oh God, Joe Biden is on this list.
Is he an athlete?
No.
Uh-oh.
2010 security breach nearly reaches Biden. A security scare during the 2010 Olympics when a man suffering from mental illness used fake credentials to get inside the event and get close to Vice President Joe Biden. Police apprehended him from about 12 rows away, and while he briefly escaped police custody, no real damage resulted.
God, imagine the way that would have turned out if he would have gotten to Biden.
I know. 8 badminton players ejected from tournament. 4 women's badminton pairs, 1 from China, 2 from South Korea, and 1 from Indonesia, were barred from the tournament for intentionally throwing matches. It was part of a strategy to land a more favorable quarter-final placement and violated the players' code on using best efforts. Fuck that. If you intentionally scratch, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Damn, this one is a 7-year scandal. 2014 to 2021 Russian doping scandal. In a scandal that is still unfolding, Russia has come under fire for a highly organized state-sponsored doping program between 2011 and 2015, as well as sample tampering at the 2012 and 2014 Olympics. As a result, Russia will be banned from the Olympics in Tokyo in 2021, as well as the following Winter Games.
Oh, I remember that.
That's crazy. I thought they got banned from the Olympics for their war with Ukraine, which I guess wasn't going on at the time, but...
No, it started in February. It was just excellent timing.
Yeah, because I know there were a lot of people like protesting in Munich because Russia, I'm pretty sure, did get banned for its war with Ukraine, but Israel committing a genocide is still allowed to participate in the Olympics.
Well, that's because there's no real like native born Israelis competing. Like, all of their athletes are just like American citizens who...
Well, yeah, but they're still saying the state of Israel should not be represented at the Olympics.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't. It's not a real country.
It shouldn't, but yeah. 2016 U.S. swimmers vandalized gas station bathroom after claiming to have been robbed at gunpoint at a gas station in Rio.
Yep.
Ryan Lochte, along with fellow American swimmers James Fine, Gunnar Bentz, and Jack Conger, were proven to have fabricated the story. According to Brazilian police, the swimmers actually broke down the door of the gas station bathroom, then attempted to flee the scene.
There's a oh God, I don't know his name. You should look it up. Maybe he's on the list. There's a guy, I don't know what sport he was. I knew he was an Olympic athlete. He is effectively like being called the Pablo Escobar.
The Pablo Escobar of the Olympics?
Yeah. He's a ex-Olympian, Jesus, who turned into like a straight up drug kingpin, and the FBI actually just apprehended him and finally got him back to the U.S. a couple weeks ago.
There are so many Pablo Escobars. Pablo Escobar of Pablo Escobar of Lebanon, of the Middle East, the Pablo Escobar of Mexico, Pablo Escobar of the Caribbean, Pablo Escobar of India, Pablo Escobar
of the Caribbean. That was Pablo Escobar. What?
Pablo Escobar of Bihar, Pablo Escobar of the Olympic PICS. Patel described the wedding as a modern day Pablo Escobar, referring to the clubbing cartel.
Ryan James wedding, yeah, that's the guy.
U.S. officials have also compared him to Mexican drug dealer Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Damn, so they're like, you are Escobar and El Chapo. That's how many drugs you deal in.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like on the run or whatever, and he was like taunting the FBI.
He did a take the race type thing.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know why he like is an ex-Olympic. I think he got hurt or something like that. Here's his Wikipedia. Let's see. Oh, he just retired. Oh, this hasn't been updated. This says he allegedly became an international drug trafficker, except he's like full out admitted to it. Yeah, on March 6th of last year, he was added to the top 10 most wanted fugitives list.
Dude, okay, maybe our decathlon thing isn't that crazy, because I'm reading now a BuzzFeed article saying 15 mind-blowing historical facts and scandals from past Olympics that are so freaking wild, they're sending my non-athletic self into an existential spiral.
So freaking
Fuck
wild.
you, BuzzFeed. Just make shorter titles. That's ridiculous.
So freaking wild, dude.
The first one on this list is they used to race naked when the Olympics were in Greece. Ooh.
Bring that
who
back.
Cares? Number 2, I guess they had actual art competitions in the Olympics in 1915 that included music, painting, writing, and sculpting.
Imagine they're just like, Statue of David, go. Like,
speed paint the Mona Lisa.
They're like, all right, we gotta restore the Parthenon. Everyone team up. First person to finish, gold medal.
Oh god, a Canadian wrote this article.
I think BuzzFeed's a Canadian company, is it not?
I just assumed it was American.
Americans are annoying, but I don't think they're that annoying.
This one is darker, so bear with me. 2 Olympic Games were canceled because of World War II.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. So who would have thought? Entire Europe razed to the ground. Oh, wait, hold on. 2 Olympic Games were canceled because of World War II, the 1940 and 1944 Olympics, but 4 years prior, Berlin held the Olympics in 1936, and the Nazis used this Olympics as a way to strengthen their power. It's like a photo of them lighting the fucking Olympic torch with swastikas in the background. Jesus. Some people from the US and Europe tried to encourage a boycott of this particular games because they didn't want to support Germany in their agenda, but the boycott didn't take off. Ultimately, the Nazis used this Olympic as a way to trick the world into believing they were a peaceful country, downplaying the anti-Semitism as well as their plans for takeover.
I mean, technically at this point, 1936, Hitler wasn't doing all that much.
I mean, he was still doing awful things.
Oh no, yeah, but he wasn't like, you know, they weren't invading Poland and doing all that just yet. Got a couple more years till that happened.
They took pieces of the Eiffel Tower to put into the 2024 Olympic medals.
What?
Yeah,
I don't want a souvenir from France.
I'm just confused on how you can take a piece of it off.
They're like taking out screws.
Yeah.
It just collapses one day. Interesting.
Why did I always think steeplechase was a math thing?
What's steeplechase?
It's like a race with obstacles, is what it says. And it looks like there's a hurdle where they jump into a puddle on the track.
They should add tag.
Tag?
Yeah.
Oh, pro tag? You ever seen that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit looks crazy.
We should create an annoying Olympics. Tag, parkour, wakeboarding.
The most annoying people you know.
Yeah.
Office trivia. Like the Office show.
Oh god.
Man, I was hoping there would be more.
It's all just doping shit.
Yeah, it is just a bunch of doping.
I just
don't give a fuck about the Olympics. I'm sorry.
Well,
like, they want to have flying taxis and shit. The only reason that Los Angeles is getting like a robust public transit system currently trying to be developed is because of the Olympics coming. I mean, I guess it's like a good excuse for someplace so inherently into cars that nobody even knows what a bus is to inject some money into public transport. But
the problem with LA is it has a subway, but it's so limited. Like, it's so like where it occurs, it's so small.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do gotta say, I am a fan of things like the Super Bowl and stuff coming to California because it really puts the fucking spur in politicians to clean up the state. Like when Xi Jinping was coming, Gavin Newsom and Xi Jinping are like friendly with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, all right, we got to clean up San Francisco. Not that San Francisco wasn't like that bad before, but they definitely improved a lot of stuff there, and it stuck.
I mean, he didn't clean up anything. He just pushed the homeless people off to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. And it didn't stick.
They're all now in the Tenderloin.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so it's just like one area. It's a policy failure. Yeah.
Gavin Newsom is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Hate that guy.
He's my piece of shit, though. If you're hot, you get a little bit of credit from me. Sorry. If you're a hot politician, you get the JFK effect. But yeah, LA is getting... The whole thing about the LA thing is like 90% of the Olympics aren't even taking place in LA.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's no snow in LA.
Well, they're doing the Summer Olympics.
Oh, it's the Summer Olympics? Yeah. Okay. Oh, they should make them run through Death Valley for like the triathlon.
For the marathon, yeah. Did you hear about during the Paris Olympics, whenever that was, a couple of years ago, 2 years ago? They were supposed to swim in like some river that ran through Paris.
The Rhine.
Yeah. The river, I guess, was extremely contaminated, and there had been like a group of people that had been working on like trying to encourage the government to help like clean it up and encourage companies and shit to stop dumping shit into the river. But then when the Olympics came, all of a sudden they were like, oh yeah, we're going to clean up the river. And people got so pissed that like now they are doing it just because of the Olympics that there was a calculator online for the people that lived along the river. It would tell you when to take a shit in the river. So by the time it floated down to like where the announcement was going to be that they were using that river or something, that all of the shit would be there at the same time.
Amazing. Yeah, I find it so funny that three of like I'm not going to call them all the greatest cities, but like three of the most notable cities in the world all have rivers running through them that are just completely useless. New York, London, and Paris.
Yeah.
Like you got the Hudson River in New York just completely just littered with dead bodies, cars, and fucking chemicals.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on with, what is the river in London called? The Thames?
I think so.
Whatever's going on there, they just dump shit into that. Like straight up shit. They were like, bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. And then you have the Rhine. It's like, imagine if like the Sac River was that bad.
I mean, I'm not encouraging or looking forward to jumping in that river either. I feel like, I don't know, any river that runs through a city to me is kind of icky.
Yeah.
Like either playing it,
I mean, it's
before it reaches the city, or just don't play in it.
It's clearly safe-ish because we have sea lions.
Yeah.
Right now, and allegedly a whale.
Yeah. A whale?
Yeah. Like a full-on blue whale.
There's no way. It is not nearly deep enough for a blue whale.
It's deep. Sac River is deep.
There's no way. It's deep enough for a blue whale, though.
I don't think it's good. I don't think whales should be in the Sac River. I don't think any whale is good, but I think is it able to be? Sure.
The river has an average depth of about 10 feet. There's no way for a fucking whale to be in there. There's rumors
that there was a whale in there.
Okay, hold on. I need to... Whale in Sacramento River. In 1985.
No, this was like 2 weeks ago. I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, this was in 1985. The whale nicknamed Humphrey swam up the Sacramento River into a freshwater habitat. Whale in Sacramento River 2011? No, that's not in Sacramento River. Whale, what happens if I go to news? Is there a whale in the Sacramento River 1 week ago?
There we go. That's it.
A Sacramento viewer reported a whale in the river, but the Marine Mammal Center says there's no evidence. He just saw someone being like, oh, there's a whale.
Yeah. What's the evidence? There is no evidence.
That's not how evidence works.
So you don't believe in the Loch Ness Monster?
No. You telling me you believe in the Loch Ness Monster? Have you ever been to Loch Ness?
I plan to.
Where is it?
Scotland.
Okay.
I sit on maps and look up stuff like that.
You sit on maps and you're like, the Loch Ness Monster has to be in here. Yeah. You're on like Google Earth, like checking
flipping through the
checking
years.
the scan dates. Yeah.
I mean, I don't not believe in the Loch Ness Monster. I think it'd be cool. I think it's fun to have whimsy and believe.
No, you need to be grounded to reality all the time.
Okay. Well.
The planet is dying. The economy is shit. No whimsy allowed.
Oh my god, did you see, speaking of the economy, did you see that the House Judiciary Committee drug Pam Bondian for like a deposition on the Epstein files, and she was like, the S&P is at a record high, we shouldn't be talking about this.
Yeah, they were like, hey, so
your boss,
like, can you apologize to all the victims of Epstein for leaking their names and faces after you said you were going to redact them? And then she was like, you're a fat fuck. Like, it was fucking insane.
That is a fucking shit show. Oh god.
Nothing good ever happens.
Nope. This episode happened though, and it was good.
Yeah.
Let's read socials. Let's go. Okay. Next week.
Fuck.
Next week is our Mission Impossible episode.
Oh.
So we're coming up on
we're on the modern day ones now.
Yeah, Ghost Protocol. Right?
Yeah.
Yep. Excited for that one. That one's real fun. Not excited to not see Luther, but
oh, Luther's not in that one?
no, it's the one that he's not.
Fuck.
Well, he's in it at the very end, but
where was he?
On vacation.
Oh, okay.
Literally, that was the explanation. He was like, sorry.
Just on vacation during the entire shooting process of a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. YouTube, like, subscribe every Thursday, 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Leave a comment, turn on the notification bell. Learning Curve Pod. Instagram, we are at learningcurve.podcast. Twitter, we are at learningcurvepod. Bluesky, learningcurvepod.bsky.social. TikTok, we are at Learning Curve Podcast. Bodhi's Twitch is Shrink3 Inc. Streaming anything lately?
I've been thinking about it. And that was it.
Okay. My Twitch is chefcram_. I'm finally getting my desk back in this room that we're in here if you're watching on YouTube. And I can finally stream in peace again. So we'll hopefully be doing that.
Alrighty then. What 10 events would you put into your decathlon?
Comment 10 random events. They're even remotely similar to sports. I'm restricting the comment.
If there is a time involved with whatever you do, put it into your decathlon.
Exactly.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.